Hi, Roland. So great to see you.
Hi, Karen. Wonderful to be here with you. And congratulations with your book launch.
Thank you so much. In preparation for this meeting, I was really sitting with so much gratitude because Roland, you have been partnering with me in several transformations, and I have to give the full gratitude from me to you as you taught me how to design transformation it starts in the human transformation, but has a clear focus to deliver on the business transformation. So I'm quite touched sitting here with you today. So thank you for being here.
Thank you, Karen. Wonderful to be here with you. Yes, and we traveled for a long time, and I also learned a lot from you and your courage in those roles you had in those big, large corporations.
Thank you. And I'm so excited to step into step 9 with you because I know you as this businessman, the entrepreneur that wants to make a difference in the business. And then we have step 9 that is all about how to learn to solve sustainably, which is a big thing for businesses. But what is this step all about? And what does it mean for you personally and professionally?
Yes. Yeah, so on the professional side, this has really been so impactful because when you try to launch a rocket, I think it's very good to plan a million steps ahead, break it up in parts and plan a million steps ahead. But if you try to change an organization or having problems where you've tried to work on it, but it just doesn't come to a solution, then there's another way I found. So, and actually we found it together, Karen. That's also, be open about that. And this is very much around this U process that was, found by Otto Scharmer. And, and since working with that, I cannot look at situations other than through that lens. So which means that you always need to be open-minded and you always need to be open-hearted, which is like bringing your emotions and also bringing, not be attached to a certain outcome. And in organizations that I've worked with and still do there's something around honoring the past, which we often forget. I often forget because I want to move forward. I'm always forward looking. Even when I was trained in this work carrying, Gita, the person who trained us, she made me aware, Roland, your handwriting is actually falling, to the front. You're leaning forward. Stop doing that. So even at that level, from a very young age, I was already leading towards the future. So I had to stop that anyway. But to actually emerge a future in a more, I think, natural way, much more effective, much more joyful, is to honor the past. So many organizations that want to move, they can't. The two things: the past is like the past, so that they don't look at it. But you need to honor it because it's. I can only do this work in my organization if I honor the people who were leading this organization or were working in the organization before me, because otherwise I would not be here. And then to be with the present. I mean, it's tough because the present doesn't always feel comfortable. There are challenges, there are things we don't want to see. I don't want to hear things about myself, with my leadership, but I have to be with that. So if I honor the past, if I can be with the present really fully and get in sync with reality, then somehow magically I open up to create a future for the organization. And that's what I've been doing with leaders, Karen, like you. It's helping them through that process of honoring the past, being really in sync with the present, and then something kicks in. Then you can create together with a more powerful flow. And then it's not you doing it, it's just together with the people in the organization you're doing it, and together with society you're doing it. You're just creating in sync with, I think, with the universe. It may be a vague term, but I've seen that happening. And compared to how I worked before, that was the small I who thought I had the answers. I was the expert leader. I had always the answer. I always have the answer, and I can do it better and faster. But you know what? If I can, I now intend to tap into the collective wisdom of my team and of the organization and of actually, much larger group. And I also feel that there's a kind of a collective intelligence from which all the major discoveries of humanity have come from, in a way. So those people were just very good in sensing what was maybe already there, and just because they were so masterful in
into it.
the domain, they could actually channel it and give it form. And that's, I think, a mastery in leadership that could bring us so much forward. And we need that, because now we have such big challenges, in business. I mean, people are looking at business to really heal society and our planet. We can no longer deny that role, that function. I mean, we've look at what we've done with our way of operating. Yeah?
Yes.
So we have also the responsibility to operate in a different way.
And the very interesting thing is this notion that you run away to try to fix it on your own.
Yeah.
And you fix it short term, but not sustainably. So in a way, you have wasted your time and the company's time. And we keep on doing it, and it is waste.
Yes, it's big waste, Karen. It's big waste. And we do it because we have to, we're so attached to this short-term ego sense of gratification. I did this. Wow. Nobody else did. Now they're going to say thank you. And, we're so addicted to this recognition, and it's human. I like recognition. I like to be appreciated, and I like to be loved. But if I work on myself and I increase my amount of self-love, then it's for me far easier to be with what is. Then I don't need to be standing up there and shining and getting all the praise. No, it's just I have my role. I'm much more supporting and helping to create conditions for people to thrive, including myself.
So tell me, Roland, or tell the community, what would be, you've transformed for many years, 20 or so.
Yeah.
What is your advice to newcomers, or maybe even very experienced? What do you do after 20 years?
Yes. Yeah, I've one very simple advice, or maybe planting a seed of inspiration, because I don't like to advise actually people, but whatever is in words. But I sense that the biggest gift I can give to the world, and other business leaders can give to the world, is to put my development, my personal spiritual development, as the #1 priority in my life. And the reason is very simple. If no organization can pass the level of its leader. So if she does not have the conscience level to look at the world differently, from a more evolved state, or more inclusive state, or more appreciative state, or more healing state, then simply the organization will not be able to evolve. So that's what I would like to share with everyone, is make your own development and your spiritual development and your personal development #1 priority. And
thank you for a wonderful conversation, and also for being an early reader of the book. I took a lot of your feedback in the first round, and that made it a better version in the second round.
Well, thank you for your courage to bring this book to the world. It's an important, it's super important topic, and the heart is actually the place where there's the next frontier. And so I think you have tapped into something that is so vital for the business world to embrace. I mean, I start my day every day, Karen, with my intention. I keep my heart open. I let go of my fears and my preferences, and I intend to be one with life. Yeah, and not in a fluffy way, but also in business. Just to be one with life, to be with the people I am, and with the situation that is at hand, not somewhere else. Yeah, that's so the heart is the door to that. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.